the ground, but there's zinc in it. But yeah, so
at what point do you apply? You add the chemicals there? Any?
yes. So this side chemical free.
Okay.
Once we start getting here to flotation, we start adding the chemicals. The chemicals we add to, let me call it, manipulate the minerals into behaving like we want them to behave. So here we just still make them fine. We just reduce them in size. Then when we get to flotation, we start adding the chemicals. So this particular flow sheet, we float the lead first, then the zinc mineral. So the lead, so we will depress. So we will make all the others. So flotation works on the principle that we make one of the minerals, we make hydrophobic, which means it doesn't like water. And we make all the other things hydrophilic, which means it likes water. Okay, so then we put an air bubble too. So if I make this mineral, galena, in this case, if I make it hydrophobic, it will attach to the bubble, the air bubble. The other minerals are hydrophilic, they like water, they stay in the water, they don't attach to the air bubble. You take the air bubble, it's become now like a froth, like foam, which you see with your soap. That foam we recover to a different place, and that's how flotation works. So we put in chemicals to manipulate the minerals so that they behave in a certain way. And we do that so that we can separate them from each other. Now, flotation is what we will call a mineral processing technique. It's not a pure metallurgical, extractive metallurgy, or something like leaching. Here we just work on the physical properties of something. We separate it based on physical properties. When we do leaching, it's more chemical. We will, there's some chemical reactions which take place, which we don't really do. We just do surface chemistry on the surface of the minerals. Leaching is something different. We go into the mineral to dissolve it. But that's not too technical. So once we get to flotation, we start. Now in late flotation, we use a very dangerous chemical, which is also used in gold leaching, which is called sodium cyanide, potassium cyanide, but cyanide, CN.
Is that one from?
The cyanide. Our specific one comes from Korea, but most of the cyanide comes from China. So, yeah, but cyanide is an extremely dangerous chemical. So once you smell it, and they say women smell it before men, but once you smell it, you're already in trouble. So it's extremely, so we are very careful when we work with cyanide, but that's the chemical we use, and that we use to depress the zinc and the iron and everything when we float the lead. Okay, so, and then when we float the zinc again, we will add another chemical, which is copper sulfate.